Thanks and welcome to ABC. This is, let me see. Greetings and welcome to ABC for your defense program. We are very, very sorry for this terrible late start, but we believe that we'll be able to strike through. Commissioner, sorry for keeping you waiting, and the people of Amazonia, we are sorry for this very late start. Some serious issues came up and we could not avoid. In any case, 21 gun salute to those who are on home front, and we are ready to listen to um, Commissioner Willie, who is right here with us in the studios, and we want to really go ahead. Commissioner, the microphone is yours. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sure. 5 on 5.
Good.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Fellow Ambazonians, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Save and Willie, your Commissioner for Homefront. Today is July the 2nd, 2022. We are greeting everybody on Homefront. We are greeting those in the refugee camp. And as such, we are greeting people of the world. We want to apologize for the late start due to some technical and emergency situation that we had to discuss behind closed doors before coming forth. But one will take this time today to bring to you what we've been doing on the ground as a team, where Ambazonia is at this time of this war declared by Paul Biya to the people of Southern Cameroon. And as such, we hope you enjoy the show. We are not coming here to fabricate or for here to entertain you. We come here to tell you what we've done so far, what we've achieved so far, and what we're going to do more in terms of now, future, and the days ahead. Number one, before my boss over there, boss Commando, take over the mic, I will first want to thank all the restitutional forces on the home front, all the men and women in the world. I want to clarify something to the international community. Sometimes they say Ambazonia restorational forces, they're just 1,000, sometimes 10,000, sometimes 15,000. The answer is no. I want to educate and brief you that Ambazonia restorational forces, they are 9 million people strong. 9 million people. Our restorational forces are not just those who are holding guns on the ground. They are not those who are just holding guns on the ground. They are made of what? Men and women who are drafting their life, drafting their money, drafting their energy to push the war forward. Those are mama, our papa, our sisters and brothers on home front and in part of the world that are giving us intelligence. They are part of the restitutional force in home front, although they might be part of the world, all over the world, across the world. Those are our sisters in refugee camps who are praying, our prayer warriors. They are part of Ambazonia restitutional force. Those who live in jails, who are still holding on, they are part of Ambazonia restitutional force. Those who have fled the country, they are part of Ambazonia restitutional force. Those who have died before us, they are part of Ambazonia restorational force. Reason being that the Republic is not fighting us, the living. They are fighting our ancestors. That's why they cannot win us. They are not fighting us living. They are just seeing our images. The people that the Republic is fighting, they are fighting our ancestors, those who have gone before us. For people like Honorable Dr. Ndele and all our other people who have gone before us, Pamula, and some of you know their names. Those are the people that the Republic is fighting, because before they left this world, they know the truth. And they cannot die without fighting back. That's why their spirit is still hovering and guiding and protecting Ambazonia. Why we move forward. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Commissioner Willie, for that brief introduction. Today, we have a number of things that we will want to look into, especially some of the the videos you sent to me. We want you to begin to tell us what has been happening for the past few months that we have been waiting for some of the things to go on. And I'm going to put on the first video for you to tell us what is actually going on here. Is our technician there? If our technician is there, let's put up the first video and then you will tell us what is going on here. We do not know, but since we are in for the briefing, we'll expect you to tell us exactly what is
This
going on here.
Didi Arrow, and this. You don't come now, man. We carry all going to go for la Republic. You don't come chow rara for the way they capture we under the team retima of our AGA. Now in this, we don't put it down. Now Samidis, I want a more own a Siam, so we need to laugh. And the Didi Arrow, you don't get no space inside.
Okay, that's
Um,
the first
um,
image.
yes, before I go to the first image, you ask as such. The first question is, I think, who are we? I've explained to you who restorational forces are. Ambazonian restorational forces, these are men, they are women, they are doctors, they are lawyers, they are teachers, they are mothers, they are bayam seller. All of these people make up Ambazonian restorational force. So if you think or you feel that you just see one, you say, oh, this is a number boy, oh, this no. All our mama, our papa, our sisters and brothers, they are all Ambazonian restorational force. Because why? The army does not fight with an empty stomach. Our parents back home, they cook and they feed our men and women fighting. They are part of the force. Our sisters hide our brothers. Our mothers hide our brothers and sisters who are fighting. They are part of Ambazonian Restorational Force. Ambazonian Restorational Force, they have one objective in mind, to obtain and fight to regain our independence, to restore what they believe in. These are self-service people. They serve with sacrifices. They are respected people. They have integrity. They take ownership and take respect. The video you just saw, that's the video of, I would say, a deserter. Somebody who thinks or he feels that he can just leave Ambazonia restorational fighting and work with the enemy. If you're a collaborator, for example, that audio video you just saw, that's an enabler. An enabler is who? Somebody that is called a weakening, a sickling, somebody with poor judgment, with low spirit, and a deserter that have diverted and carry our weapons and hand over to the Republic. Put in mind, these weapons is bought under the leadership of Dr. Samuel Sakwe Kome, the president of Ambazonia. So sometimes these fighters on the home front, they will take some of these weapons and go hand it to the Republic. Like you also see what this other guy just did. So he have stolen from us. Once they take our weapon, they give it to La Republic. He have stolen from us. If he could have gone to La Republic single-handedly without handing any weapon, that could have been different.
Yes.
But,
Now Samidis, Didi Arrow.
but he carried the weapon, handed it to La Republic, handed himself to La Republic, and then in turn walk around and show where our restitutional forces are hiding. So as such, he paid the penalty with his life. Because the Republic Army is not there to protect you or to guide you. And this goes in all the local government areas, all the LGs. You will be seeing situation in future where some communities we arrest Ambazonian restitutional forces and hand them over to the Republic Army. This one, I will say clean and clear. Any community that catch one Ambazonian soldier and hand them to the Republic, they will suffer and they'll pay with their life. This one, I'm not making it up. And the days ahead, you'll be seeing that many people will die. Sometimes I will say this language: the pig have to eat its baby to survive. When the pig deliver a baby, and you do not, the pig is not well fed, the pig have to tend to eat one of the baby to survive. So some of these ones that divert or they think they can just catch Ambazonian restitutional force and hand them over to the Republic, they will be killed. That's an order. Number two, how many times have this same enabler cut La Republic Army and handed to Ambazonian restitutional force? They are dining with the army. They are eating with the army. They are feeding on information and sometimes fake intelligence. And the army is moving around, burning our villages, killing our women and raping our women as such, burning our houses. for somebody like this. All what they must have given him is just a bread and sardine. You've seen it yourself. Like someone like Kawa, who gave himself to La Republic, where is he today? Somebody like Nambere, who gave himself to La Republic, where is he today? Others like I think Congo failure, some of you call him success, Congo failure, where is him today? Some people who have put a leg into DDR center, they see that they don't have any chance, any opportunity, and as such, they cannot live there. But I see that why some of these enablers are still fooling themselves and going into DDR center. But the whole thing behind this DDR center is people like Bishop Kia,
Yes.
the help of a
Nah, somebody said, "Did you arrow? Nandis. You don't come now, man. We carry all going to go for la."
Some people like
Sorry for
Bishop
that
Kia.
interruption.
Oh,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead. Some
Go
people
ahead.
like
Go ahead.
Bishop
Sorry for
Kia.
that interruption. Yeah.
Some people like Bishop Kia, they are convincing some fighters, say, come to church, come, we're going to protect you, we're going to take your gun to hand it to the SDO or whatever they call senior divisional officer, as they call it, but we call it senior destructive officer. As such, they would take they would go to those people, destructive officers, and hand over our able men and brainwash them. And within a day or two, they'll be in DDR center. And DDR center, they are not being fed, they are not being taken care of. You see, most of the time they go out to protest. But the other on the ground is that all the DDR centers should be treated as military bases, because that's why when you house a combatant, therefore you are a combatant. They have built cages in Amazonia to cage us, as they did in Germany long time ago with the I don't know the Jews, where they can just think they can just cage people and then with time they'll be killing them one at a time. But it ain't going to happen. As President Sako is alive, we are alive. We're going to fight, and the days ahead, DDR center will not be there, because the order on the ground is to do what? Is to attack all the DDR centers and treat it as a military base. Because why? Any place where the Republic flag, that flag flies up with 1 or 2 army is considered a military base. If you go to DDR center, you meet ex-combatant deserters. Some of them, I don't blame them if they go to DDR center. It's a favor for us. The reason being that now you find that some of their parents, they will have Ambazonians, and some of them are half Republic A people. So they have mainly gone back to where they know they belong most or best. To cause havoc. That's why you see they are not following our rules of engagement, our rules of responsibility, our rules of integrity and respect for each other and hierarchy. That's why you see you just flag them with a bit of money and you see them just sway. As the next video will be coming, you'll be seeing. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Before we go to the next video, I want to find out from you. Before we talk about the achievements of the ARFs on home front. What is the value of this ARF? Do they have any value for us as Ambazonians and the world as a whole?
Yes, before I go to the values of Ambazonian restorational forces, I'm not focusing on those who are holding the guns. I'm focusing on the 9 million Ambazonians.
Yeah.
We are people of love and respect. And before I go to that, before you value somebody, you must put the value on them as well. So with respect to what you just said, it was said and declared that this is July 1st, 2022, all the buses, that 70-seater buses, 14, 15, 16, up to 70-seater buses will no more enter nor leave Ambazonia. Any bus that enter or patrons Ambazonia will be shot and burned. And as such, that's gone to effect yesterday. And we expect and hope that all the restorational forces in the ground, they will carry it. Notwithstanding that, before that came to existence, I and my team, we have what we call bus reinforcement squads. We have bus reinforcement squads in the various LGA. So my mommy and papa on the ground, once they see your bus, then that 70-seater bus, they will attack it and they'll burn it and shoot anybody who is inside that bus. They're not going to steal from you. If they steal from you, it means it's armed robbery. Because I might want to take advantage to stop those buses to steal from people or harass people or beat you. They're not going to beat you, they're going to shoot you. So when they see the bus, they're not going to stop it. The restorational forces have been asked not to stop any bus, but to shoot on the buses. Because those buses are the ones carrying our money, stealing our money, maltreating us, and as such, dehumiliate us, let me put it that way. They are not respecting the code of conduct of Ambazonia. So moving forward, I'll go to number 2 before I come to your questions. Your questions see online. Number 2, we have people that come out from Yaoundé. They call them elites of Ambazonia. The other order on the ground is to shoot all the elites and kill them. Anybody that come to Ambazonia, I'll call it, let me use the colonial language, Southwest or Northwest, is representing Northwest or Southwest. It's not representing Ambazonia, no, a county. We are county. We are LGS. So if you live Yaoundé or live anywhere, Bamenda or Boya, you come back to Ambazonia, that I'm an elite. We're going to shoot you. We're not going to arrest you. We don't have a place to keep you. Reason being that you are forced imposing yourself on us. You are forced representing yourself on us. So we know that you've gone to Yaoundé, you've taken money. They have given you money because you're an ally, you say you're representing the people of, excuse my language, Southwest or Northwest. They have given you money. You've come with the money, you've eaten the money. And as such, we see we're going to shoot you because the law on the ground is for nobody to take bribe. Ambazonia is a free country with no bribe.
Yes.
Sorry.
Now, somebody said, did it?
So last number three, we want to let everybody on the ground know that La Republic is using what we call soccer matches, football matches, to make our people to divert away from the war. They will be playing a football match in Kumba, for example. Meanwhile, they are Manfe killing people. They will be playing a football match in Mezam. Meanwhile, in Kokontunja, they are there killing people. As I'm talking to you right now, La Republic Army, they have invaded Bui County. Their aim is to go get out the Bui warriors, but God will not allow that happen. You see, they are going to Bui to attack Bui. Meanwhile, they might be coming to Victoria to organize a soccer match, so that when they shake their hand on one side, the other side they smile. People will keep their guard down, and as such, they will continue with the killing, raping, and naming of many of our people. That's not going to happen. So all the outdoors activities organized by La Republic people or brasseries or anybody, it has been banned. If you go to the field, they're not going to arrest you, they're going to shoot you, they're going to kill you. The only ball that is allowed to be played is just a local boys. If 5 or 3 boys just sit and play their ball, that's okay. But anything organized by anybody, whether officials in the field, that is banned. Cultural groups association is banned as such. Until further notice, we are at war. If you go outside there, whatever you see, you take. Last but not the least, we've renamed all the senior division officers in Ambazonia. Yes, we've renamed all the senior divisional officers in Ambazonia. We do not call them senior divisional officers, as they used to call SDO, senior division officer. We call them senior destructive officers. Reason being that you've seen a destruction. They make sure that every day, every month, they kill our people, rape our people, burn our houses. So we cannot call them senior divisional. We don't have divisions. We have a county. So as such, we name them senior destructive officers, as they have come to destroy our area. Our home front fighters will engage them and show them what it means to come to order. DOs will call them destructive officers. DOs are called destructive officers, while the governors, like Okala Bilai, we call them masters destructive officers, because they are the masterminding of all this killing in our land. Now, coming to your question, Ambazonia restorational forces have their value. Yes. First, Ambazonia restorational forces, all Ambazonia restorational forces. I'm not focusing on those who are holding the guns. I'm focusing focusing on the 9 million Ambazonians all across the world. We are clean people. We are neat people. We are self-disciplined people. We perform our duty, we fulfill our duty and our obligation. We are respectful people. We do selfless services. As you can see for yourself, we enforce, enhance, protect, defend our people in many, many capacities. Headed by our president, Dr. Samuel Sakwe Kome. You've seen the war draft that has been going on for 3 years and counting. How he implemented the war draft where money can be raised to buy weapons to protect, defend, and secure the integrity of Ambazonia as a whole. You've seen, Dr. Tita, where money has been spent to defend, protect, and provide for the refugees in Nigeria and in home front and in displaced people. You've seen money have been put to take care of what? Our brothers and sisters who were kidnapped, captured, and put in the Republic jails. You've seen that Ambazonia people, we honor our flag. We honor our flag. We use any opportunity to our advantage to excel. That is to excel. That is to improve our skill. We are people of courage. We are people of confidence. We are people of self-control and morals. If you look at it, on the ground. When there's a ghost town, it's respected throughout the 13 county. When there's a ghost town called by Dr. Samuel Sakwe Kome, the ghost town is respected. When they say Country Sunday, of which is Monday, it's a holiday, it's a ghost town, sit down there in Ambazonia, you see that it's respected. The only people you're going to see moving on the streets are Republic agents that have dressed with some color clothes to blackmail the public that ghost town has not been respected. Like you see, 11 February and 20 May, where we call it Double Resistance Day for Ambazonia, is highly respected. You see that when President Sako says anything on the ground respects it to show his command and control. President Sako is not doing this job alone. He's doing it with the help of the LGAs, the local government area. He's doing this with the help of the county. He's doing this with the help of the various departments of the government. He has county coordinators. He has House of Reps that put values, moral. We have a Department of Ethics that put morals into our head. They respect the norms and respect the right to live of every human being. Coming to Ambazonia as a whole, the value, now I go to the value of our Ambazonia restitutional forces. Those who are holding the gun, they have self-confidence, they have control, they have integrity of their weapon. As we educate them, their weapon is always arm length. Whether they are sleeping, eating, drinking, water, or anything, their gun is always by their hand reach. And that's why you see when they attack La Republique, they take them by surprise. And La Republique Army, at this moment, they are delocalized, they are confused, they have low morals because the least expect that Ambazonia Restitutional Forces, these are all volunteer men and women. Bear in mind, 90% of Ambazonia Restitutional Forces, I mean those who are holding guns, these are university graduates. These are graduates. Among those graduates, we have engineers. Among those graduates, we have chemists. Among those graduates, we have doctors. Among those graduates, we have lawyers. Among those graduates, we have historians. So me as a home front commissioner, I'm blessed, or we are blessed as Ambazonia, as a country, because we have what we call a human resource. Human resource not in terms of finance, but knowledge. Knowledge is power. I do not need to worry much because in every unit, I will call a unit, for example, in Kokontunja, I say, hey, boss, what's going on? And when we are here, I say, how many of you study physics? Whoever study physics in that group, therefore you just make them your bomb squad commander. As simple as that. So that way I tell him to connect the cathode or the anodes. He already know what to do. You tell him to buy a 9-volt battery to put it with a 10 kilogram pound explosive. He already know what to do. So when it comes to that, it makes the work easy for us managing the home front because we do not have to worry too much. We have geographers inside Ambazonia Restitutional Forces. We have geographers. I did not need to go far to find out what is going on. All I need to do is just to Google the weather condition for Boyo, and I call the person who studied geography. I say, what do you think about the topography? And he tells me, and I give him a map reading of what he's supposed to do, and he guides me, and we discuss it, and the project is executed with 100%. He knows how to read the cardinal signs, he knows how to read the wind vane, and as such, he knows how to read the latitudes and the longitudes, of which that's what the enemy used to track and to intervene us. If you look at it previously, France think that they will just come to Ambazonia and crush us, but they forget we don't have billions like them, like La Republique, to fight them, but we have knowledge of which they can never attain that. Let me give you an example. If you notice, about some few years back, France sent a lot of drones. France sent a lot of drones to Ambazonia to come use those drones to do what? To attack Ambazonia Restitutional Forces. All what we did, we just have 2-man squad. And those 2-man squad, the aim was to sneak in between enemy lines and shoot the drone instructors. Once you kill the drone instructor, the drone will not fly. So you see some of the areas they don't have those drones anymore because the person to fly those drones, they have to go to training program in Yaoundé or to France to train them. It takes a month to 2 months to actually fly a drone. But we have discipline, respectful, and people who are willing to pay their life for us to live. They sneak into enemy line and shoot some of those drones down. If they cannot shoot the drones, they shoot the drone instructors. We have means and ways of manufacture other things that we use to jam up their drones. Yes, we can create a drone jammer as simple as ABC. I just have to call a unit on the ground, and I talk to somebody that studied physics in that unit. I asked him what's the level of physics in this unit. He tells me he's a other electrician or a dynamics, thermodynamics, whatever he studied. I work with him in that capacity myself as a science student. We work with him in that capacity. I will tell him the capacity or the capacitor to use to provide certain potential, either kinetic or potential or kinetic energy to do what we're supposed to do on home front. We are not just fighting our republic with guns. We are fighting them with science as well. That's why you see them messing all over the place. When it comes to La Republique, as they are on the ground, thinking that they can just come to our 13 county and mess it up, we get information before they even reach where they're supposed to reach. And as such, we ambush them before they even take off from their bases. If they come to Manfe, we ambush them right from Kumba. We do not let them come to Manfe because we know. How do we know? All you need to do, you just need somebody to pass and give you the license plate or the Republic car that is coming, or send a picture. Yes, we have Ambazona Highway Patrol Team. That patrol team was formed three years ago. I formed it with some other colleagues. We'll be managing it, 6 of us, and we thank God for that. If there's a car in Mutengene, they will just another picture, put it in that group, and they will just look at it and take decision on how to do. If the car is going to Bamenda, we already know. So we are monitoring them, we are watching them, we are executing what we can execute. But what we need Ambazona Port to do to show that we are kicking the Republic, we need their finance, we need their support. Because our forces on the ground, they are well disciplined, they are well behaved, they have earned the respect of the enemy. In the sense that, even in Yaoundé today, I'm not going to lie to you this. If La Republique people, the army of La Republique, or some of their civilians, if they are drinking in a bar, even in Boya, or anywhere in Ambazona, or in French La Republique, just make a comment. Say, the Amber boy is coming. Believe me, they will throw their beer on the ground and run. If they are smoking cigarette, they will throw their cigarette on the ground and run. Just one word, Amber boy is coming, or Ambazona Ilesi. They will all run. Last week, some few weeks in Yaoundé, they had a meeting when they were discussing among themselves. One general in La Republique, he made this statement. He said, I told you guys not to fight these people. That they will never give up. I told you guys. And they themselves, they are contemplating on what to do. So now, I'm not going to go deep into that. But when they breathe, probably I say, when they breathe, Cameroon is alive. When they breathe, we get the information and we know how to execute it. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Willie. Commissioner, that is what we want to hear. A lot of people are thinking that, oh, all hope is gone and so on and so forth. But from what your analysis, we see that everybody in home front is part of the militants that are giving sleepless nights to La Republique. Let's go to the next video. And let's listen to what the next video is saying, and then you give us the analysis. We are now looking at okay, technician in the studio.
La délégation du vice-président qui se rend aux obsèques de notre président Patrice Ouénan. Nous avons dû laisser les voitures. Toutes les voitures, c'est compliqué. Et on est à pied. Voilà le président qui, avec une partie de sa délégation, nous nous rendons aux obsèques, donc comme je disais, et la route est très mauvaise. Président, du courage.
Merci, cher communicant.
Madame la présidente.
Oui.
Ça va?
Très bien.
Voilà.
Il faut s'adapter à tout. Hein.
Exactement.
Dans toutes circonstances, nous on est là.
Voilà.
Nous sommes venus enterrer notre chaleureux président, le bâtisseur. Voilà. On va arriver jusqu'au bout.
Jusqu'au bout.
Ouais.
Excellente. Voilà la présidente de la section OJRDPC Sanaga Maritime Centre 1. Présidente, je vois que c'est un parcours du combattant.
Je m'en vais intégrer mon président.
D'accord.
Je ne peux que supporter cela.
Parce que je vois qu'on est tous... le président a abandonné sa voiture, tout le monde a abandonné la voiture. Voilà tous les militants qui sont là, qui vont accompagner...
le grand président Ouénan jusqu'à sa dernière demeure.
Ah, tout à fait.
Il faut avoir le cœur d'abord. Nous, chez nous, c'est plus difficile que ça.
Madame le délégué à la communication, on continue.
On avance.
C'est difficile.
C'est chaud.
C'est chaud, n'est-ce pas? Ok, en tout cas, vous honorez le président Patrice Ouena en premier. Tout à fait. Le président Patrice Ouena aura déplacé toutes les personnes de bonne volonté, tout ce qu'il aimait, tout ce à qui il a rendu des services, toute sa générosité, et on brave les difficultés de la route.
Are you there? Can you hear me, sir? Hello?
Yes, Commander Willie, just go right ahead. Talk about it. He'll be there shortly.
Okay. Yes, fellow Ambazonians, I want the world to see. I want the world to see what Ambazonians have done to La Republic people. As you can see for yourself, those are La Republic people. We've deprived them financially. We've downgraded them morally, socially, economically. Yeah, those are the people they call them people that understand French. They call them president of CPDM. They call them delegate in terms of communication. And as such, you can see for yourself, these are the pigs who are trying to invade us. I'll say these are the pigs of La Republic who are trying to control and invade Ambazonia. These are the people who tell us they want to build us, reconstruct Ambazonia. These are the people. I want the world to take their eye and see the people who are coming to reconstruct Ambazonia when in their own country they cannot even walk on even a paved road. They cannot even walk even on grass road. Ambazonia have degraded La Republic and put them into mud. Look at their CPDM people. We've deprived them from their pajero, where they used to take money from Ambazonia, from timber, from oil, from cocoa. As our fighting forces on the ground are blocking cocoa, blocking coffee, blocking food not to go to La Republic, then they are broke, they are poor. You see that they cannot have money to buy pajero. They cannot have money to put it in the helicopters to fly them from point A to point B. In Ambazonia, you see a delegation like this, it means they're going, either they're coming back from a funeral home or they're going to a burial ceremony. But these are delegates of La Republique du Cameroon. What a shame. The world should see. Now, are they going to preach to pigs? Are they going to preach to animals? Look at the roads they are walking on. They are removing their shoes, hold them on their hand. They are holding some of them. Look at some of them. They are holding them with CPDM attire. These are the pigs who say they want to reconstruct Ambazonia. When they cannot even construct, I'm not going to reconstruct, they cannot construct their own area. I want the world to know. Look at them, moving like people who are going to a funeral home. This is the end of a dying country. This is the end of a dying society. This is the end of a dying people. Look at them. If you are not an Ambazonian and you've not seen these people before, the first time you see them, if the Europeans see this type of people, what would they say? Because in Ambazonia, if the army of La Republic see people working in this type of capacity, this type of people, they will shoot them. That is Amba people moving on mud. But these are, look at them. Look at them. You yourself, look for yourself. They are moving on mud. They are moving on bare feet. They don't have no decency. They don't have no morals because Ambazonia Restitutional Forces have forced them to come down from their offices. They used to sit in their offices. They take our money for cocoa, take our money for coffee, take our money for rubber, take our money for timber, to buy their pajeros, to buy their vehicles, to run on those roads. But look at them in Yaoundé, in the French region. Look at them. Look at how they are moving. Like dead cops. Look, excuse my language, I call them pigs. What other animal can move in a mud like this? If not swines, if not pigs. I don't think a human being of any distance can move like this. If you come to Ambazonia, you're not going to see our respected men and women moving in this type of calamity. So that's why I want to show the world, to see the people who are talking of reconstruction, And I want to pinpoint something. For all the videos you'll be watching from La Republique, they'll be using this language. C'est très difficile. I think it means that I think it's very difficult. Say, you understand French more than me. They'll be explaining themselves. They'll be expressing themselves. Because of the war they declared to us, Ambazonia, who decided to resist forever and to fight forever till heaven come. That's why you're going to see in the days ahead, you're going to see people, as I said it and I'll say it again, you're going to see like people like Betty Asomo and all those Lokobi and all those people who are working with La Republique. they will be kicked out of the offices. The population will turn to them to fight them, to beat them like rats, and you will see them coming out as blind people. Look at these people. I'm not going to go far on much on this, but I want the world to see the people who say they want to govern us. A fellow Amazonian fighters, when I see people that they say they want to govern we, when I take look, when I look at very well, they move. Look at them. These are people who say they work in Yaoundé. They are moving with bare feet. Compared to Ambassador and Territorial forces who are in the bushes, our forces have raincoats. Our forces have rain boots. Our forces have stuff to protect themselves. They have in shoes. But look at the people from Yaoundé. These are the people managing La République du Cameroon, draining La République du Cameroon, giving fake impression to the United Nations, giving fake impression to OAU, giving fake impression to the world that everything is under control. Yes, everything is under control for the pig because the pig is in the mud. The world should listen when La République says everything is under control. Everything is under control when the pig is inside the mud because that's the house of the pig. The pig stays in the mud. The pig finds comfortability in the mud. The pig can drink the mud, eat the mud, roll in the mud. That's why the pig always tell you, how did they say it? Tous les choses sont en place, or I don't know how to say it in the French. Everything's in place. That is the place that they say everything is in. So the world should see. We want to take time to thank all the Amazon Restitutional Forces as we are draining these people of petrol, we are depriving them from money, the money that they were supposed to use to eat fat, grow fat. Now they don't have no money to fuel their cars. They have left their cars halfway onto this journey. Now they are moving on foot. I don't know who they are going to see and what message they are going to preach. Over to you, sir. Over to you, Mr. Commando. If you look at their faces, one after the other, it's only complaint. Look at it.
Thank you very much, Willie. It is very important for Ambazonia and the world to note what Ambazonia has done to La Republic. Now, in the next video, we talked of the thieves, the real thieves in Ambaland. And why do people become thieves? When they discover that what is not their own, they cannot beg, they cannot humble themselves, they go into stealing. So we want to find out and want to see the real thieves in Ambazonia. Before we go to the real thieves in Ambazonia, the real thieves in Ambazonia. Let's go over to the real thieves in Ambazonia. All right, technician, go ahead. This one that is on board, give us this. The real.
Nossa, que duro.
Yes, can you hear me, sir?
Commander Willie, just go ahead and speak.
Yes, as fellow Ambazonians and people of the world, as you can see, when we talk of thieves, La République being a thief, La République army, their police, their gendarmes, they have come to steal, to kill, to rape, and to drain our economy. You can see a situation where a professional trained thief who graduated from La République army, who graduated from La République gendarmes, who graduated from La République Academy of Police, a professional thief, you see him sitting inside Ambazonia. He came there, he forced our mothers and sisters, they loaded some sands in sandbags. He made a barricade for himself. He made a bunker for himself so that the bullets will not be able to touch him. Then he sits with his long gun, with a Republic colonial uniform, and any vehicle that stops, whether you go up or you come down, he stops you along with his friend, and he gets money from you. He gets money from you, $500, 500 CFA francs, 1,000 CFA francs, and you see him sit and he counts it. And now, when you look at these thieves in our land, this is just one example. They are all over the place in our land, stealing, raping, burning, and as overall, extorting money from our people. When we're small, we see police and gendarmes taking money. We look at it like it was normal. But no, it's not. They are stealing our future. Ambassador Restorational Forces, these are the people stealing our future. So you be authorized and asked, if you see this type of people, you just burn them with the money wherever they are. If you cannot shoot those sandbags, you can burn them with the police officer in it. Because they are of no good. That small post where you have over there, that's where they bring our brothers and torture them and beat them. They bring our sisters and rape them. So when you talk of thieves in Ambazonia, these are the invaders, the thieves, the Republic Army. You always see those are smelling boots. That one is sitting over there. They have not received food for the past 4 years. Their salary have not been paid for the past 4 years because Ambazonia Restorational Forces have been killing them. We've been blocking the economy where their food is coming from. Sometimes they enter into our farm and steal our plantains. They enter in our farms and steal our mangoes, our food. That's not all. They kick our people out of their houses, and sometimes they invade and stay in the houses. A control like this, they've come and pushed the person who have that house. Because if you look very well, you can see those bamboo chairs. It belongs to our people. It doesn't belong to the French people. He have pushed those people who stay in that house, and he claims the house because he have a gun in his hand. So we are asking and begging the population to even poison some of this money and give it to these people. It's simple. Just take a needle and poke it in the money 5 times with a lakata pepper and give this fool, and you see what will happen to him. That's all. He carried that money, and he will not be able to eat that money. He's taking the money. He will go to his brigade, and he will give some to his commandant, whatever they call his chief of service in brigade. Why he's doing this is because the French people, the Republic of Cameroon, they were born that way. They were born to steal. They were born to take bribe. They were born to corrupt. You yourself, you saw last time in Boya where a child was shot for 500 francs CFA. And this is a typical example. They have their control all over Ambazonia. The captains of the various units have been called upon and assigned and delegated to sweep all the police checkpoints on the road. So we expect that police checkpoint next time we're not going to see this picture again. We apologize to you bringing this picture up, but it's to highlight that all the captains in all the various units in Ambazonia, people should shape up and clean up the house. When I talk of cleaning up the house, you know it. We are begging on the civilian population not to sell granite, not to sell puff-puff beside these checkpoints. When we come to attack those checkpoints, we're not going to choose who is a civilian, who is a military. We're going to shoot all dust. So, mommy and papa, them want to tell now, anytime I see a checkpoint, maybe we not go for them to go sell chop. Anytime when I see a checkpoint, we not go to go sell water. Anytime I see a checkpoint, we not go to carry any activity. Because what we don't come, Amba don't come. As they sing say, Amba don't come, oh, Amba don't come, oh, hey, yeah. Go tell ya mama, Amba don't come, oh, Amba don't come, oh, hey, yeah. Go tell ya papa, Amba don't come, oh. When Amba don't come, that army go run. When they run, enable as they go remain. And any enable will work with this gendarme, we go know it. We call on the population for home front. When I go see any gendarme post on a home front, every ABC TV they on, when I go report, I want to call in. Say, are they for barefoot? Gendarme post for barefoot, corner that bridge, when I go call them, we go have to wipe them. When I see for Manfred, they had the one they did for corner hospital day, we go wipe them. When I see the one they acquire last week, fight them for man, you enter acquire. When I see how they go for day, they go wipe the gendarme, they wipe their checkpoint for acquire, they kill the one for acquire, they burn the gendarmerie camp, they flatten them. They bring a helicopter, reinforcement camp, they still kill the Janane for acquire. When I see so, Janane still had the vex with the vigilante group, the bomb has them. When I see how they go on, we go for the beat these people, them, they burn them, they kill them. When it comes to this type of bribery people, now some of them, they will take money like this, they go give them for waiting. They will give them for some people, they get low spirit, deserters, and they'll say, we will feed you, they give them maybe 10,000 CFA francs, then they go desert, they go for DDR center. Where 70 for day, he said it know nothing for do. My way don't work in money, and now where you get a salary, you go say, no, we shouldn't count money like that. The my way don't, it don't take more for 500 them, see, I see the counter all. For it, it don't make money. In the days ahead, when I go see them, as I say, they don't get salary again. I will do whole and tight. But here, someone talk for their defense military meeting last week. Say, salary never entry. It the doubt say salary go enter for the small food soldier them. Now all from Latin and the up when they will get money. The food soldier didn't get money. Some of them make a tell. Now let me brief something to you people. What is going on in La Republic? We've made them. Most of them in the battlefield now. We've confined them and constrained them and restrict them until they cannot go for payment. For example, an army in Manfe, he hinted me last time he could not go to Yaoundé to take his salary because the war is bubbling. So if you leave Manfe before you go to Yaoundé, he is not sure of coming back because the Amba fighters on the road, Manfe, Kumba, or before you come back again, their strength will not be that much. But now, on the ground, what they do, they send their salary to the colonel of Manfe, and some of them, when they send them the bush, the colonel will take some of those money for those things along and eat. If they kill you, know that you're on that seat. The colonel will just take your 35,000 CFA francs that are paying you and eat the money and say salary paper and tray. You cannot verify with your own day. So most of them have become frustrated. Most of the armies have deserted. Some of them don't desert. They say they are Amba fighters. They can will still kill them because we do not trust them. So if you desert, you're wasting your time. Just stay there where you are. We do not keep nobody at this time. No retreat, no surrender. Ahead. Over to you, sir.
Once again, thank you very much, Commissioner. We be very excited for hear the progress of which way it go on. Yeah, the economy sabotage, it don't really prove. Where if these people they get sense, I'm very convinced they don't stop every nonsense where they do. Well, you know very well the story of a free people when they did for inside bondage, that one day they go be free. But before they go be free, even the chief slave master, he had go with them. It happened in Egypt when Pharaoh and his army, they be drowned for inside Red Sea. So La Republic don't see the handwriting, but you know one believer. All the Ambazonian boys, the way they study physics and chemistry for La Republic in those days, where they don't come on now, they make them the bio Okada riders, but they know they even allow them to continue with their Okada riding. They still continue for the extort them, as we don't see the real thieves as they should on for inside place where they don't put sand for protect them from bullets. But nevertheless, they will be caught up. Now, let's go to the next video. Technician, please, are you there? Give us the next video so that Commissioner will explain for we which way it go on. Over to you in the studios.
Monsieur Luc Magloire Mbarga Tangana, nos marmites et nos pots sont entre les mains des criminels. Anti-ministre, Abbé, Bingahez ben mekit, Bezabe bel mekit. Onku, Uber, Ules, Uber, Gary, Iber, Kwas, Iber, Ikwan, Iber, Ibubolo, Iber, tu es Sedina, Bakana, Nino, Bebia, Batefua, Bienya, Mberen. To bakalo nkok obere biboya kanebia ibia sobungwalo soué ngwaye hele binga ko sobo soué ane bembia. Monsieur le ministre du commerce, c'est mauvais. Nos marmites, nos ventes et nos poissons entre les mains des criminels. Le sel a augmenté, le riz a augmenté, le poisson a augmenté, le bâton de manioc a augmenté, le tapioca a augmenté, le sucre a augmenté, l'huile alors, umboine, l'huile, Abbé, et toi Dieu non one non soute, au coup fura et envié, au coup bon man metana à son noyant un boine, bien boboya, binga reboudier, on a donné le commerce à qui contrôle les prix augmentent, tout le monde me ben me dit me tang mama me bari bête, même l'eau minérale augmente, biboya, il tout le monde même la salive va augmenter. Il va contre, il comment on peut nous tenir les couilles, comment on nous tient les testicules comme ça. Binga boabe, yungo boabe, comme les amdili. C'est la famine qui amène la guerre. On ne peut pas nous malmener comme ça. Je jure que c'est mauvais. à bien haut. Ma robine, même la marche à pied va augmenter. Tu ben doulé mon col des bêtes, bitel un babé. Un babé. Me boya. Hein? Ngo belembang, ko bima. Ou belembang, yo bim bang infundi. Mais je dis, le gourdin, il faut connaître sur ces personnes. C'est des malhonnêtes, des criminels. Tout ça, c'est pour vous. Ils ont tout contrôlé. Maintenant, les boutiques, c'est qui? Les boutiques, c'est qui? Les Sénégalais, les Maliens. Et vous disiez quoi? Ils ont acheté comment? Pour vendre comment? Un petit ministre. Un massa. Un médecin. You belembang. Si un lot. Un ebenia. Yibini yoananga. Yibini bizamboyana. L'affaire n'est pas bien. Tout au monde. Est-ce que nous on fait la guerre en Ukraine? On ne fait pas la guerre. On est mêlé dans quoi? On min korben mi gabi belma jemu min komia man ben beria bitelia bie.
Yes, can you hear me, sir?
Commissioner, I see you laughing very seriously. I see you laughing very seriously. That country talk where did they knock am for the way they make you the laugh so. I beg, go ahead, explain them for we. We be ready for here wait away. You go on for them.
Well, let me use the colonial language. Those in Yaoundé, makarana, bonbon kiri bonbon. They understand. Those in Yaoundé, makarana, they understand. This is a situation where La Republic, they are licking their wounds. They are licking their wounds. Sometimes, if a baby is in the mother's stomach, the baby think that they can eat the mother intestine, and then when the mother die, then they will survive. That's what they feel. Yeah, this is a situation where it's happening in all the houses in La Republic de Yaoundé. He's crying that the economy of La Republic is controlled by who? The answer is the economy of La Republic is controlled by Ambazonia. The economic of La Republic is controlled by Ambazonia. If Ambazonia breathe, La Republic is alive. If Ambazonia breathe, La Republic is alive. If Ambazonia hold their breath, La Republic will suffocate. And as such, we are in the situation of holding our breath. And then they're going to suffocate. Now you can see in Yaoundé, they don't have food to eat. Number one, we're going to start with Gari. You yourself, you know, the capital of Gari is Manu, 99%. Why you have Manfe Gari, Manfe coconut. Gari is not going, yeah, they used to put Gari inside those brasseries cars and carry them to Yaoundé. The people making Gari, some of them are gone to Nigeria as refugees. They don't make Gari no more. The Gari that is made in Manfe, the order is for people in Manfe to consume it. Send some to Bamenda. Our food does not go to them again. Now they don't have Gari. A cup of Gari, 5 cup of Gari, that is 100 CFA France. Now 5 cup of Gari is 500 CFA France. He's talking of tomato. Tomato come from Bamenda to Yaoundé. In Yaoundé, 5 tomato for 100 francs. Now 5 tomato now is about 1,000 francs. He's talking of oil. Oil come from Indian and from Fako and all this area from Ambazonia. They don't have oil even to cook. Now, a bottle of oil that costs 1,000 francs. Now, he's talking that is 2,000 francs. He's talking of beef that comes from Bamenda. He's talking of food products and other things that come from Ambazonia to feed them. Now, they are stranded. He's asking who control the economy of La Republic. The answer is Ambazonia control the economy of La Republic. Who frustrated them until you've seen that they themselves, they went in Yaoundé and burned the Ministry of Finance so that they can carry money. And they burned the Ministry of Finance not just to burn it. They burn it because they have stolen money. As you see, some of those here, CPDM people working with bare feet. Some of them have stolen those money or they are going inside the mud to go hide it because they always keep everything inside the mud. So now the economy have gone to minus. All Ambassador Associational Forces want to thank you people for the work you guys are doing on the floor. We want to thank the people of the world for contributing their money. We want to let the people know, people might not see, but people should know that these are facts. They are not making this up. Go to Yaoundé. Everything's expensive. Taxi from point A to point B. That used to cost about 100 francs. Now, believe me, 200 to 300 francs. That's what it's going to cost. So the typical Frenchman is sweating. You hear they say, c'est mauvais. French people, they are always they say fair. In English, we say monkey the walk, bamboo the chop. As we the walk, they the chop, they know the see. When they talk for English, say when you start to carry your own water, then you learn to appreciate every drop of that water. And Bazona have been carrying water and putting it in these fools, their mouth in Yaoundé. They're sucking like breast milk. We've been feeding them, clothing them, housing them, and they just relax. Now, we say now, Mola, feed yourself. Musa, feed yourself. You see how they are now confused. They don't know how to build their own self. They don't know how to manage their own economy. They don't know how to control their own road. Because why? A bunch of thieves. What good thing can come from thieves? What good thing can come from thieves? A country that was found under lie, theft, manipulation, corruption, embezzlement, and extortion. What's the end result? What you say in mathematics? Junk in, junk out. As you see in the days ahead, you're going to see what they are doing in their country. Crime rate in their country have increased to 100,000-fold. The crime rate of La Republic have increased. They have been killing. They have been raping. But what is surprising me is that I feel sorry because they catch a common person on the street that steal one banana and they kill. And meanwhile, they have thieves. As you see those CPD people moving on mud. Those are the people who are the great thieves who are supposed to be killed. But unfortunately, they always catch the local person that will steal one banana and kill. When thieves from Yaoundé are coming to Ambazonia, some enablers, they will be standing and be clapping for them. Thieves like Atanganji, thieves like Ngole and all those other CPD and Kabar, Tabetando, when they come to our area, those are the thieves that were supposed to be shot. Yes, because those are the thieves. But unfortunately, our people will be standing and be clapping for them. We've restrained and constrict the economy. As I'm going to say it, we're not going to kill just the army. We're going to kill the economy. We've been killing it. We've brought their social life down to zero. You've seen their parliamentarians. You've seen their CPDM elites, as they call themselves. You've seen their CPDM criminals moving on bare feet. Mr. Commander, I will ask you, be honest. I don't know your age, but I respect you. Since when do you last move bare feet? Is it not when you're in primary school? About how many years ago? When sometimes, or during Christmas, when you have your parents who buy you shoes, when you go into your auntie's house, you remove the shoes that it should not get wet. Or during primary school, when you go when there's moat on the way, you move your shoes and walk barefoot. But these are Republic people. They call themselves member of government, parliament. You hear the name parliamentarians. You hear the name director, senator, and other big official names. Then you tell me, what light are they showing to the new generation of La Republic? What candle are they burning and give to the new generation of La Republic? Look at it in Ambazonia. When President Sako come on TV, look at the way he's well dressed. When our fellow Ambazonians all across the world, they come to protest, they come to look at the way they are well dressed. But look at our Republic people, Francophone, they have only one clothes to wear, CPDM attire, and they are moving bare feet. Now, my question is, how can they encourage the generation of tomorrow when they say the future of tomorrow is in the hands of the youths? But the people that have the future now in their hand, they're moving on bare feet in mud. I don't think even Jesus himself will be happy. So when you see our brothers speaking like this in Bassa or Bulu, I do not understand the language, but I agree with some of these people when they used to come to Manfe as army, sang along, some of them are Tangana, Owona, Sumba. Most of them, they come in Manfe, we show them kindness. Some of them, they will come, that was a long time ago. My parents would take them, we go to our farm, they harvest cassava leaves, they call it Nkwem. They cook it and they eat it. We'll give them farm for free. But when this war started, I encouraged and advised somebody. They went there and the people that were owning our farm would tell them to leave. Some of them refused and all their crops were destroyed. And they said they know what I said, they should leave. Most of them have packed and left for Manfe. In the days ahead, as some people say, whether frog must go. Whether frog go, frog doesn't go. But one thing remains clear. We have ways to make the toad to leave the hot water. I don't know what about frogs and what about the toads. Because the toads are those who eat and their stomach get fat and big. We have mixed feelings. We're not going to announce what we're doing with them, what we use in manual to send out them. We're still going to use it. The first one is the boss. As we use some of those bosses and bring them in, we're going to capitalize on those bosses. That any boss that comes in Ambazonia should be shot. You see, we've deprived them from food, from gari, from maggi, from orange, from oil, from mango, from everything. That's why my brother is sweating my brother over there, my enemy brother. It's not my brother, my enemy brother. He's sweating over there in Yaoundé. and complaining. French people that are used to eating, their sole diet is bread. About last month, you saw that they have a food contamination in Yaoundé, whereby bread could not come again in Yaoundé because one bread that costs 100 CFA francs. Now bread is 200 CFA francs. So they have to go to their old bread machines and go get some crumbs and mix it with the new one to make bread for their population in Yaoundé so that they can increase the number. But unfortunately for them, they got contaminated with a bad bacteria that they call Staphylococcus aureus. That bacteria, once it enters your stomach, it will eating you, and it causes a wound that never heals fast unless you need a strong antibiotic to take care of that. Dr. Yaya will be expatiate on that. She's a doctor for that field. But I'll come back to these people. As we'll be constraining them, making food difficult for them, making finance to be difficult for them, making their movement to be difficult for them. We'll make sure that their food, they will be eating the same type of food every day. We'll starve them, and we'll be starving them, and their food will be contaminated. While they eat contaminated food, that's how they'll be getting sick, and they'll be dying in their own area without us killing them. So we're going to hold them in that part of the world. They think the better way for them, President Sarko have told them, I'm not going to talk about Switzerland, that's for President Sarko. But what we're going to tell them as fighters on the ground, we're going to whip them. You know, when you come late, the headmaster will whip you until next time again, you never come late. We're going to whip them as they're packing and running. That's how we're packing and running. We're not going to sit down, all the forces on the ground. We're not going to negotiate with invaders. We're not going to negotiate with enemy. We're going to kill them and strip them out like roaches. We're going to whip them, beat them. Whether they burn our houses or they burn our hospitals, we're going to still build bigger hospitals, modern hospitals. While we're going to wipe them and swipe the economy. Over to you, sir.
Wow. Commissioner, before we go to the last video of the crime of these people, which Amazonians on home front and abroad now know that the end is almost there. But like we read in history, a Spartan dies but never surrenders until he's totally and completely crushed. Now, very few people have shame to recall their failure and to get back to their original roots so that people can stay in peace. As Commissioner for Homefront, I want to find out from you before we go into the last video of this briefing. Has your squad authorized any ARF who are under the leadership of this interim government to make a crossover to a territory that does not belong to Amazonia? For what reason?
I'll make it clear. Yes, I'll make it clear. As President Sarko have said, we're going to fight inside Amazonia. We're going to fight inside our territorial space, that's inside Amazonia. All our Amazonian restorational forces, I'm talking of the 9 million Amazonians, we did not cross to go to La Republic to attack them. But let me tell you what is going on. Every time we kill La Republic army inside Amazonia, for example, last month when they killed them in Manfe, more than 6 in Manfe, and they wounded more than 15 in Manfe, and when they went and burned Manfe Hospital, for them to divert the attention of the international community, they have to go create another scene in Bafoussam, where they themselves, the gang, La Republic army, the gang, and when I killed a lieutenant and they burned some of their gendarmerie posts in Bafoussam. The reason is that they are doing this as a decoy. So tomorrow, they will say, international community, you see what's going on? They kill us in Manfe. Now they kill us in Bam. That's why we went to Manfe and burned their hospital as such. So that's what they are doing. Whenever we attack them and destroy them inside Amazonia, you will see they'll go to a neighboring town, Chang, Bafoussam, there's their hub. They will go there and they will maybe kill 2 or 3 army, and then they will come and say, you see, Amazonian restorational forces have crossed. They have crossed and come. You've seen how they have rallied our Amazonian people who went to Bafoussam as a displaced people, that as a foreigners. Yeah, they flee from Amazonia. They went there as refugees. La Republic was supposed to give refugee cards to all Amazonians. La Republic was not supposed to keep Amazonians inside La Republic. It was supposed to give them refugee cards. And for those who want to apply for asylum, they should apply for asylum in La Republic If you're in the gendarmes, apply for asylum so they can give you a protection over there. Because you flee away from Ambazonia where the war is, you go to La Republic, you are in a foreign land. They have went and caught our people. They just catch them on the street randomly, put them in the gendarmerie offices, and they are beating them, and they call the Amber fighters. An Amber fighter will not just walk and come to Bafusam. Those are people that ran away from Ambazonia. When they see that you're an Anglophone or an Ambazonian, all what to do is for them to do what? To adopt you, beat you, kill you. They are looking mostly for money. At no time will our fighter go to Bafusam, go to any area to go attack. That's what our Republic is doing. And now you're going to see videos going to be coming out. You're going to see they're going to call this unity force, this one unity force. I'll keep the record clear. Ambazonia interim government does not have a unity force. Ambazonia interim government have what we call Ambazonia Restorational Force. President Sarko's leadership is responsible to take care, manage, enhance, equip all Ambazonia Restorational Forces in the 13th county and the LGS. It's not responsible for the act, duty, performance of any what they call they can call a Manu Unity Warrior, Fako Unity Warrior, Mezan Unity Warrior. No. Manu County is giving money to Manu Restorational Forces under Manu County. And so it applies to all the LGAs and local government. If you form your unity forums, you carry any unity attack, that's not under Manu County ordinance. We are responsible to manage all Ambazonia Restorational Forces. So will it be? Atanganji and his boys, they are creating other factions. They call it unity forces so that they can embed themselves into us and kill us. And then they have an agent that some of you people do not know. Well, I said it and I say it again. When they arrested Mimi Mefo, put him in Douala, it was a trick so they can take him, send her out of the country so she can come back here and work with La Republic. So we're going to think that she's an enemy to La Republic. And then she'll be going out there reporting fake news. Anytime any journalist report fake news and that journalist is found on the ground, the journalist will be shot. I'll repeat it again. If you are a journalist, we hold you to high standard. Ambazonia is a country of freedom. Ambazonia is a country of honesty, respect, integrity. If you're a journalist, you come and you give fake news, you'll be shot. You see, you report exactly what you see and let the world decide. If Amber killed 2 armies, say Amber have killed 2 armies. If the army killed 3 Amber, say the army have killed 3 Amber. That's all you have to do as a journalist. I think as a journalist, before they issue your journalist certificate for wherever you went, what school ever you go, you take what you call an oath that you practice your profession to the best of your knowledge, and so help me God. So we're going to hold it to that standard. Anytime you go to make any crooked mistake to report fake news, your writing will be banned inside Ambazonia. Remember when we started this war, Eric Tato brought his own fake news. They call it I forgot the title of that thing, and it was banned. Till today, you don't hear it no more because it was another broadcast of La Republique, arm of La Republique, just like ABS. That is brought up by Chris Anu. It's arm of La Republique, giving fake news and getting people confused on the ground. Any news that come on the ground come from ABC TV. ABC, this one here, the way Mr. Commando is managing. You see Mr. Paddy. You hear and see our Secretary of State for Communication, Dr. Martin. You're going to hear and see him. So Ambazonia on the ground, home front and all across the world, listen to ABC TV. That's where TV come from. The people of La Republic, they listen to their CRTV. CRTV, that gives them fake news. We are not fake people. We are not living by propaganda. We are living by reality. In the days ahead, all those who are in Yaoundé, you might not be having salaries. I'll repeat it. You might not be having salaries. They have born a Ministry of Finance. They have taken their Hausas have taken money to the north. And as such, the Betty Wondo people, they have taken money to the south and to the east. So that in case Pobia is not available again, then the Hausa will fight to be president. And then that way, the Bulus will have money to fight. Then they will remove some army. The Anglophones, Ambazonia army, who are in the army, they will move them, send them to Garoua and to Betua to displace them. The Hausas, who are in the La Republic army, they will move them, send them to Ambazonia. And then those Bulus, they will recall them to Yaoundé. So that's how in the future, that's what's going to happen in La Republique du Cameroon. So our citizens who have migrated to Yaoundé, You better be ready. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You better be ready to fight. When the time comes, you have one thing to do. Before you leave Yaoundé, you burn all the houses. All Ambazonians in Yaoundé, when that time comes, you just set fire before you leave. You burn all the houses. The reason is that if you do not burn the house, you come back to Manfred, they've already burned your own. You come back to Boya, they've already burned your own. Before I leave Yaoundé, before I leave Douala, before I leave all the 8 regions in La République, if you are an Ambazonian, you burn the houses before you leave. Because before you come back to our area, your own house is not there. You'll be regretting, oh, had I known I could have done something. So this is a duty for all Ambazonians living in La République. If you cannot burn their house, you can break their pipe. Water will destroy their land. You can cut their cables. You have pincher, you have pliers. Yeah, this, they catch you, they beat you, they kill you. You fight, they kill you. You don't fight, they kill you. Now, for the civilian population, nothing like civilian is in Ambazonia. We do not have civilians. The reason is this. Pobia declared this war for 8 million, 9 million Ambazonians. It did not say Amba boys. Pobia did not say Amba boys. It declared this war, said go and kill them. They came to Manfred, to Daddy. They killed people, then they started killing and be going to all the regions. So if you think you are not part of this, oh, come and see Amba boys. They are passing behind my house. You are making a big mistake. You have been innocent in a war and then you die like a chicken. So you better stand and fight. Over to you, sir.
Wow, thank you very much, Commissioner. We are going to go to the last video of the day. It's not the least. I will expect the Commissioner to explain to us after listening to that video. Over to you, technician.
Bonjour, papa. J'espère que tu vas bien. En tout cas, c'est mon souhait. Papa, je te fais cette vidéo parce que je me dis qu'avec les réseaux sociaux, ça peut arriver chez toi. Parce que de temps en temps, je vois ta fille connectée, donc elle peut dire qu'en bas là, ça pleure. Parce que si j'écris, d'abord avec mon faux français, avec ma mauvaise main d'écriture, je ne suis même pas sûr que ça va arriver. C'est pour ça que je fais cette petite vidéo. Papa, on souffre. On souffre si on te dit pas, papa, on souffre. Au niveau du marché, là, c'est grave, papa. Je dis que la baguette de pain que tu connais là, que c'était 100 francs. Actuellement, c'est 150, 200. Il y a même des endroits, il n'y a pas. Papa, le maquereau que tu savais là, que c'était pour les pauvres. Et que les gens disaient qu'en mangeant ça, ça leur donne et des ampoules et des furoncles et tout ça là. Actuellement, papa, tout le monde est aligné. Le maquereau même, on ne voit pas. Papa, au niveau du marché là, je te dis que c'est compliqué. Le petit seau d'arachide là, qu'on vendait à 1500. Maintenant, c'est 4500 et c'est même pas encore la fin. Parce que la semaine prochaine, hein, ça va encore augmenter. Chaque lundi, papa, ça monte. Pour nourrir la famille, on ne s'en sort pas. C'est construit qu'on va construire. C'est pour ça que tu vois maintenant que tous les jeunes filles là, papa, c'est Dubaï. Elles font comme si ça les énervait, mais en inbox, elles viennent demander le numéro pour voir la route. C'est compliqué, papa, on ne s'en sort pas. Papa, ton règne, les experts disent que ce qui a surtout fait ta force, c'est que non, tu es resté avec ton sous-sol intact. Papa, selon les dernières informations, hein, les mêmes experts disent qu'on est en train de brader ce sous-sol-là aux Chinois. Papa, c'est compliqué. Je ne sais pas comment je peux t'expliquer ça, mais prends seulement les renseignements, les experts vont t'expliquer que c'est mauvais. Papa, actuellement, dès qu'on nomme seulement quelqu'un quelque part, il prend un camion, il va dans son village, il charge les membres de sa famille, il vient verser, vram. Un membre de ma famille sera aussi nommé un jour, papa. Ça, je ne suis pas sûr. Papa, c'est compliqué. C'est tellement compliqué. Maintenant, le pays est même divisé. Tu entends maintenant, et les écans, et les littoraliens, et les glacefields, et les... Papa, actuellement là, ça dit que c'est des communautés, c'est compliqué, c'est invivable. Pourtant, l'autre jour, on a célébré l'unité nationale. Papa, quand tu étais au boulevard du 20 mai, tu es passé quelque part là, non? Tu as vu là où c'était écrit là que j'aime mon pays, le Cameroun. Les experts disent que c'était un échangeur qui était prévu à cet endroit. Papa, quand tu as donc vu là, c'était l'échangeur. Comme ça ne suffisait pas, il y a même un camion qui est encore venu connaître ça. Ouais. Papa, on ne s'en sort pas. Papa, on ne s'en sort pas. Oh. Papa. Actuellement, on vit seulement sous haute instruction. Haute institution du chef de l'État. Des fois même, il y a une note qui sort comme ça là. Les gens commencent à regarder les signatures. C'est sa signature, ce n'est pas sa signature. Sa signature, ce n'est pas sa signature. Papa, on ne sait même plus. Mais on avance quand même. Papa, la canne est terminée. Mais le stade de Lembe là, aïe aïe aïe. Je te dis que
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
je pas donc sujet comme ça avec la situation des artistes. Papa, les artistes, c'est-à-dire qu'on ne comprend pas où on a.
It suddenly stopped. I could not hear him again.
Papa, tous les salles de spectacle.
No, it's okay. It stopped, then it continued. That's how the video came in. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry.
Les artistes vont maintenant prester où? Le parc de sport de Ouada. C'est là où tout le monde se bat maintenant. Et les spectacles.
Is he still talking?
Tout ça.
It's talking, yes.
Papa, voici ma doléance. Papa.
You stop. You pause it. Can you? Yeah. Can you? You pause it.
No, it's,
okay.
it's from the studios, from the office. It's not me. In the studios.
Yeah, volume please from your part.
Je sais que les autres régions vont demander que pourquoi seulement Yaoundé et Douala, mais il faut quand même commencer quelque part. Tu nous fais 2 salles Yaoundé et Douala et tu peux nous faire des saletons au niveau des autres régions. Papa, on va s'en sortir. La situation là est devenue compliquée encore que maintenant, papa, le droit d'auteur même, on ne s'en sort pas là-bas. Tout est flou, tout est compliqué. On explique, on ne comprend pas. Maintenant même, un artiste va presser chez quelqu'un qui a les moyens. On dit que, wow, on l'a déjà zombifié. Les spectacles à l'étranger, on dit qu'on te boycotte. Papa, on va donc aller jouer où? On va faire comment? Tu vas aller jouer chez un pauvre. Est-ce qu'un pauvre, lui, a besoin de l'artiste? Il prend seulement ses whisky en sachet, il boit ça, la fête a moussé. Comment est-ce que l'artiste devrait se comporter maintenant, papa? Tu parles, on dit que tu veux déjà déstabiliser le pays. Tu te tais, on dit que tu es de connivence. Papa, la situation de l'artiste est tellement compliquée. Papa, le pays, ça boue. Si on ne te dit pas, ça boue. Voilà, actuellement là, papa, il y a les casses partout, partout, partout. Les gens pleurent, les gens pleurent. Papa, je suis convaincu que tu n'as pas encore entendu les pleurs. Parce que si tu entends les pleurs, papa, tu vas faire quelque chose. Papa, qu'on ne te trompe pas. Avec l'émotion de soutien que les gens font partout, partout là. Les gens qui font ces émotions de soutien sont les gens qui n'implémentent pas ta politique sur le terrain. Maintenant, ils veulent te faire comprendre que tout va bien avec l'émotion de soutien là. Et papa, on souffre. Papa, on souffre. Papa, tu nous as parlé de l'émergence. Papa, quand tu regardes comme ça, l'émergence là est en train de reculer parce que il y a les riches d'un côté, il y a les pauvres de l'autre côté. Les riches ne font que s'enrichir. Les pauvres ne font que s'appauvrir. Et ces riches et pauvres sont de toutes les tribus du Cameroun. On est mélangés. Papa, on n'a pas un problème de vivre ensemble. On a un problème de manger ensemble. Les riches, quand vous mangez, laissez un peu que quelques miettes tombent. Nous aussi, on va se battre avec ça. Papa, j'ai certainement oublié certaines choses. Mais le peu là, papa, si tu écoutes ma voix, je saurais que tu as écouté. Si tu n'as pas écouté, papa, peut-être les autres institutions vont même venir me ramasser là où je suis là. Parce que si les gens ne vous disent pas, on souffre, on suffoque, on suffoque. Nos enfants demain, c'est sûr, on va arriver, ils vont aussi travailler, construire, quand, comment, on souffre. On souffre, on souffre, on souffre, on souffre, on souffre.
Commander Willie, go right ahead.
Yes, sir. That's the last cry of a dying horse. You see, I do not understand French like you do because I did not study with them. And I do not intend to learn the language anyway, but I'm trying to pick one word. If you look from when he came in, he tell you how they are suffering. From until where he's going out, he tells you how he's suffering. From the beginning, the middle, and the end, if you listen well, he's telling you how they are suffering. He started with fish, that they don't even have fish to eat. But he forgot that the fish come from Victoria. He forgot that the fish come from Victoria. So they don't even have fish to eat. He tells you of granules. The granite come from Bamenda. It tells you how I think a basin of granite, that's 1,500 francs. Now it's 4,500 francs. You do the maths. That's it, almost quadruple. to the amount of money. He tells you now how signatures is coming. They don't know which signature to follow. Is this signature signed by the president or signed by who? You see how themselves they are confused. How would they not be confused? when they see that their delegates are already confused, moving on bare feet, they don't know where they are going to. How will they not confused? See him crying here, telling you how the suffering is killing them. The future of their country is drained and gone. The future of the economy and their youth is gone. So, military. Let's look in the following aspect. Let's look in the military aspect of La Republique. What ambassadors have done to them. Our ambassador restorational forces in the 13th county, they have destroyed more than 200 La Republique vehicles since this war started. That's the armor car. And you know how much one armor car costs. I'll tell you in terms of dollars. You can convert it in terms of millions over there. One armor car, you're looking from $200,000 to $300,000 dollars. $200,000 to $300,000. What that one armor car costs. Our restorational forces have destroyed them. Now, you talk in terms of, I'm talking in terms of equipment, then I go in terms of military. We've destroyed the armor cars, we've destroyed their brigades, we've destroyed their police posts, we've seized their weapons from them, we've taken their equipment from them, because La Republique is the highest supplier of equipment to Ambazonia in the world. We do not buy weapons. Tangaji asked last time, who give all these people weapons? We take it from them. I'm going to tell you how we've destroyed them in the various aspects. Militarily, socially, politically, and economically. Militarily, we've destroyed their armor cars. I say more than 200 armor cars we've destroyed since this war started. And you know, one armor car costs from $200,000 to $300,000. You can convert it in that their colonial amount. I don't know how much it costs. We've destroyed our military trucks, the Hilux. We've destroyed our Hilux. A brand new Hilux will cost $40,000 to $50,000. I don't know how much they convert in their millions. We've destroyed our Hilux, a lot of them. We've destroyed our radio stations. Yes, when this war started, we destroyed our radio stations. In Akwaya, they brought solar panel. Our forces over there, that was last year and last 2 years ago, they invaded Akwaya area. We killed them and we took their solar panel. We still have them. When we go to our region, we'll be using it. That's our trophy. Yes, we've kept them somewhere. So we've destroyed their communication positions and their satellite images that they brought from France. France gave them some of those solar panels. One solar panel, depending on the length and the width, it costs not less than $7,000 for one of them. Last time we got 15 of them, and so we've kept them somewhere and we want to use them. Now, militarily, we've make their morale. We've killed most of their armies. Some of them they have deserted. They have run away. We've wounded a lot of them. Go to Lakanjini Hospital in Douala and in Yaoundé. You see most of them there. They don't even have medicine to give most of them. Some of them are handicapped. Some of them are blind. And some of them who are blind, I want to say sorry for them, because some of them who are blind, they came to Ambazonia, they became blind, and some of them have certain diseases in their body. Those ones who are blind and those ones that have diseases in their body, they will not recover again. The ones that will recover are the ones that were shot on the battlefield. Because some of them who were blind, who came to Ambazonia and they became blind, or have illnesses in their body, I talked to some herbalists on the ground and tell them what to do. And some of them implemented it and they did it. The reason being that some of these people who are blind, some of them that will come to our houses, they kill our mama, then they take their gari, mix it with rice, just come and you see mama cooking, you come and kick the oil, or take a baby and put inside the oil. So when an army behave like that, we have to punish them in a spiritual way. We cannot let them go. We're going to blind them, or we're going to give them an illness that they can never forget. That's why. So if you can carry them go to any medicine place, they're not going to get any treatment. Yes, they're in Douala and Yaoundé, they are blind. They're not going to recover. I don't care if you pray, man of God can pray to them, you're not going to well, because the evil that they did, even God himself cannot let them go. Some of them have rashes on their skin, because those are the ones that enter into our farms. They begin to carry our crops. When you go to Bamenda, you go there, you cut those corn. You cut those corn, those mama, you clear their corns and cut them all and bush them and throw them in the ground. Man, those mama, they called me, say, Willie, they have cut our corn. Someone show me pictures. I say, Mommy, take small corn, the stem for corn. Wash your woman private part with that corn. Go back to that area, throw it in that area, and say the person that cut this corn, the body should itch. You tell the number of years that you want the body to itch. So the body will itch in that army until the army go back and talk to that mama and apologize, and the mama touch him on the head, and then that will go away. Until that is done, a woman's vaginal part is a medicine. So I talked to her mama and advised on what to do. My parents tell me this when I was a child. He said, Papa, don't use them. And they showed me some of these traditional things to do. They said, don't use them unless it's necessary. I never thought we are going to use them. But it happened that we have to do what we have to do. So some of our mama back home, they are calling me, they advise me, and I give them advice too on what traditional things to do. When some of them, don't forget, some of them, I have to consult Pamanfe. Pamanfe is a Manuman, a Yankwe man. He have carryover syndrome. He knows the medicine more than me. He knows the leaves more than me. If you go to Tang, if you go to Lebialem, you go kill people in Lebialem, or you go to Gokotunja, you kill people. And Pamanfe will examine the picture and he will tell me what to do traditionally. And then I'll call the person and tell them what to do. And if they have any question, he will consult. And then again, we do what we have to do to follow them with not the witchcraft, but the traditional medicine. And it's going to affect them. So if some of the armies are getting sick traditionally, we have to follow them in that capacity. If some of them think they can just come to Amazonia, just see a house and burn it, see a baby and kill it, see a woman and rape it, we have medicine for them. If our boys and girls don't get them with a gun, we follow them with traditional medicine. The ones that are put on the ground like cross and die, that's some of them will come there, they cross and they die. We follow them traditional medicine. When you look at it in the military way, we've defeated our republic in the militarily, but the shame is that they are feeling ashamed to say Amazonia, we surrender. They are feeling ashamed to say Amazonia, we surrender. Because they think that a small child cannot beat a bigger one. But it's an advantage for us. When we kill them, they go and burn our hospitals. When we kill them, they go and burn our schools. They are doing us a favor. Because when we come to home front, we're going to build modern schools with modern technology. We're not going to stay in mushroom schools that were built in the 60s. Some of them, those schools, they have molds and fungus and bacteria that sticks on the wall and parasites that make you sick. Our kids go to those classes, they have what they call cryptococcus. Beds will stay there and they poop, and our kids will smell those poop and they become sick. If you look in the Republic area, some of them sit under trees in the name of education. Now let's come to the military side. We've rendered most of their kids without parents. Yes, most French Cameroon people, their families, they don't have their husbands. Some of their husbands don't have wives. Some of their wives don't have husbands because they have been killed in Amazonia. And what they tell them, they say, oh, your father have run away. No, he have been killed in Amazonia. Because since as you people kill us and burn us, we don't see our loved ones. We kill you too, and as such, we burn your body or mess it up. So you're not going to see a dead body. If you think that you're going to see a dead body, you're wasting your time. Our forces are authorized to shoot any military base, attack any military base, attack any military funeral procession. If a military person dies, you go see it, you're going to be killed. That's why we are wiping them all off. Before they burn Manfred Hospital, when we kill them, they come to Manfred Hospital, they just push all our patients on the ground and they take the beds to treat their own. But we're not going to let that happen. When it comes to militarily, we've defeated our republic. They don't even have money again to buy weapons. They have gone to France to bag some money. France is taking money to supply it to Ukraine. Now they go to Russia. Russia said, no, we cannot help you. We cannot help you because we'll start to fight Ukraine and America. Now, what our republic is doing now, they are using internal thievery, internal stealing. They went in Gokotunja last month. They went there, our people ran and left the houses. They enter into the houses, they collect the watches, collect phones of people that they arrested too. They arrested some ran away. They collect having a watch, anything that they can collect, they collect from Gokotunja. They went to Momo, they went and met the people, they gathered people in the Momo market day. They were selling those things to Momo people. And $5, 500 francs, something for 10,000 CFA, they sell it for 1,000 francs, so that they can get money to feed and to buy to feed and to buy weapons. Sometimes they come to market and people will run away, they harass people and take their food. That's how low La Republica has gone. They are just stealing from us, selling it to us. So I advise our people not to buy anything that La Republica want to sell. When they come and steal from Manfred people, they will go sell it in Kumba. They come there, yeah, buy chain, $1, buy chain, 500 francs. You yourself, you look at that chain, you know that chain does not cost 500 francs. It costs about 10,000 francs. So we've tarnished their image. Some of them have what we call boss trousers. Since they came to battlefield, they complained last time that they have been in the battlefield for 3 years. They don't have what they call replacement. No replacement is coming. In Akwaya, for example, we'll cut some of the bridges. Reinforcement is not coming. It's come by helicopter. They don't even have a helicopter to come with reinforcement. They have to drop food from the air. Sometimes they drop from the air because they don't have accuracy to drop food. Some of the food get lost in the grass. Sometimes our fighters will get it and say, don't eat it. It's balok food. They trash it. We're not begging for food. Sometimes they go to our farms to go steal plantain. Our fighters will shoot them and kill them. You see? So they get neck. They don't have food to eat. So we'll hold them militarily in that military side of view. We'll hold them. There are military bases who attack them. What we'll do is simple. Since some of the military bases are big and they have their gas tank on top, we'll just go shoot those gas tanks and burn them and bust them. While they keep their water tank, we'll shoot them and bust them. So they don't have water again in their camp. Now they have to have gallons to go to the river. And every time they go to the river, if they go 5 of them, know that at least the only 2 might come back and the car will be running. Sometimes they leave their gun. That we harvest. So militarily, we'll win them in that part. Now, coming to social life. The social life of La Republic is not there no more. You've seen yourself how they're working with bare feet. There. 20 May was boycotted. 11 February was boycotted. The money that they were supposed to give to their deals, to their other administrators to go do what we call gala. When we're small, after 20 May, they go do gala. They go eat and drink, dine in our money that they have stolen. They don't have it again to go. Commandant of Janamari, Manfe, he said he wanted to go to Kumba, but he said if they can carry him go. His driver told him, said there's no gas. His driver told him, said if we go, there's no gas, we might run on the way. And what become of us? It means Amber boys will swallow them. Yes, we'll get all this information coming in. So we know they have remained to steal, to extort, and to embezzle. Let's see how long it's going to last. We have Ambassador Restorational Forces who have what we call home advantage. They can come and kill our mothers, kill our sisters. They're wasting time. But every time you kill one Amazona fighter, guess what? We'll come with 20 reinforcement. We'll recruit new ones. Our fighters in Amazona start from 0 year old. The day you were born in Amazona, you're a fighter. When we tell you a 5 year, or if you see army, they come tell us. You see army, they come, they will tell us. We'll thank some grandma will call me and tell me, Papa, I don't make small planting. I keep on for your picking them. Will tell them when they pass for bush, they cut them. They will tell me where the bush is. I'll find a day. The commander will go there and go cut that plantain and feed them and feed our fighters. So our mama, our papas, and our grandmamas and grandpapas, they are fighting the war as such. If they are think that they're going to fight us and kill just Ambazona, when they see, they say Ambazona fighter, they kill you. No, you have to kill all the grandmama, all the grandpapa, then you kill Ambazona fighters. If you just kill the grandmama or kill the fighters who are holding guns, you are wasting your time. Because our mothers, they are washing you, they are gashing you, they are giving report when you are coming. Sometimes I know you are frustrated, like sometimes a lot of big armies, they are frustrated. When they go to their ranks, they are coming back, they see our mothers coming for a funeral service. Or sometimes they come with their trucks, since they drive fast. Our parents will give way for them to pass. They'll just turn and shoot them and just kill them down the road. So mommy and papa them for home front. Anytime when I come on a bush, when I hear motor, they come, boom, big truck. When I enter for grass, when I hide, when I look, make the motor pass go down, when I come on for grass, they're going to work. Even I no height, when the motor can pass on, or they see una, when the army, then they go just shoot una, kill them because they don't be frustrated. Because any side they go, they don't find a real amber where they kill them. But they forget say what they didn't say Ambazona land, you don't enter for anthill, you don't know which ant will bite you. Now, socially, we've made their social life so difficult until you see their brothers coming here, you see them, they're explaining how bread is gone up. Not more to that, our call refugees, not displaced people. Refugees that left Southern Cameroon, they've gone to Yaoundé. If you were 5 in your house, now you are 10. If you are 15, now you are 20. Yes, we are still feeding on the money that they are earning. If someone's earning 100,000 in France, you have 5 people used to feed yourself. Now you have 15, 20 people. Let's see how you're going to feed. Politically, you've seen that we ban all the elites not to enter in our area. That any elite that comes say they are elites, we're going to shoot them and kill them because they are thieves. They will leave Boya. They go to Yaoundé. They say I'm elite. I don't know who sent them there to represent them. We never voted for them. When elections come, you see it's boycotted. As this man said, everything is boycotted. They have musicians that have to come and artists that have to come and do their thing in Ambazonia. They cannot come because it's boycotted. So they don't have money. The artists are suffering. So socially, politically, we've turned them down. You could see their political situation, how their own CPD members are moving on bare feet as pigs. You could see that economically and in a broad picture, You've seen economically, you've seen that Ambazona restorational forces. Now I'm talking to the fighting forces on the floor, on the ground. Check out their weapons. Nyanya. Atanga ji say ila lo penya penya. So we get penya penya. Now, Mr. Commander, you're going to tell me if I'm wrong. 3 to 5 years ago, you should see when Laraplik harvest, they come and put the harvest chuck boom on this side. We get this chuck boom that they tie with plastic pieces, they keep it on one side. But now, compare Ambazona restorational forces, their guns with that of La Republic. Compare it. And then tell me the firepower that we have on the ground. And then more to that, guess what? Since the day that they make me the commissioner for Home Front, unfortunately, that we used to work with some enablers that hinder certain progress. But our fighters were trained. Yes, my department wrote a policy, standard operation procedure, a 3-page that was sent to each unit, so that any fighter that come, you don't just a marginal fighter don't just get up from the house and take a gun and go to the field. We make sure that you learn the part of the gun. We make sure that you learn how to hold a gun. We make sure you learn how to catch a gun. We make sure you learn how to throw a gun. We make sure you learn how to load a gun, and we know you learn how to take a bullet. And then one fighter asked me, say, Pa Willie, you are making our boys to waste granite. I say, yes, it's good for our fighter to have 1 granite that can kill the enemy than to have 20 granite that will miss the enemy. My reason is that if you have 5 granite, they train with 4 how to take out a target. The last granite, they hold it so that when the enemy comes, they take that 1 granite. That's what break the camel's back. So economically, our fighters on the home front, we're not buying guns again for the 13th county. We're just merely manufacturing granites, buying granite and popcorn. Yes, I tell you that before I came here, I told them we have physicists. We have people who study physics in the University of Boya, University of Bamenda, University of anything. Those men have come back. Even the ones who are in Yaoundé, they are still giving us intelligence, still guiding us. We are guiding them. They are telling us components of doing things and again, where to do and how to do. I'm not going to call names. We are doing it. It's not by my power or my department power or the power of Dr. Sako alone. This is a collective effort for everybody. It's a collective effort for everybody. We are going forward. Ambazona have risen to fall no more. As we are moving the days ahead, some people will pass in and say corner, mapa. Talk about Swiss government, you guys can do this, you guys can do this. I'm not here to talk about Switzerland. I'm not part of a negotiation. I'm a part of a fighting unit. I'm a part of a killing unit. I'm a part of a eradication unit of La Republic. I've been assigned to manage home front with my team, to kill La Republic army, to wipe them, to destroy the economy and to make sure they leave our land. And so we're going to do that job. When it comes to Swiss negotiation, you guys should not call me. You guys can only come to give my advice. I'm not part of that thing. I leave it for President Sako. President Dr. Samuel Sako is the one to decide where the country go in terms of Swiss negotiation. My aim is to whip the enemy whip them until they run and leave. And so we're going to do it. We want to take time to thank you. And I want to go to the last comment, the last point. Mami them papa them for home from when I not forget now will they talk. We thought say make bosses and no come for instance Batonia. We not talk now because of one punish una. We don't sit down, we don't look at very well. We don't say why bosses are the come for our land. The thing way bosses they do for we. They disgrace we, they humiliate we, they mess we up. For example, school like Okoyon Homanfe. Begin the Francophone begin they go school for Okoyon Homanfe, they don't push another, they guide those schools. When they finish school, they go send 70 buses, 70-seater buses them. Ma say they send 3 70-seater buses them. Maybe they can't carry picking them from Okoyon for Manfe, they go for Douala. When that buses don't can carry picking from Manfe, they go for Douala. That means say 70-seater buses them, they don't come 3. They don't carry picking them for Okoyon. That means now 210 picking they will carry for inside those buses them. If one bus, it costs 10,000, if one picking they pay 10,000 francs for go for Douala. Therefore, we are looking on 21 million. Or 1 million, calculate yourself for commode because 700,000 for one bus, 7,000 for one bus, 7,000 for one bus. That's 2,100,000 CFA francs for those buses. Where they will carry them for Manfe, they go for Douala. Now we're on driver the way they did for Manfe for Kumba. They don't get no passenger for load them for their own motor. Where brother the way they do they get woman they get picking them. Where they feel okay, they get smoke lando, they feel take picking them, they carry for motor, they go drop a Kumba. They get even a 5,000 for feed their own family. One they figure 25,000, they give woman for us 10,000, the whole 10,000. But now French people when they get those buses, they carry that bus, can't carry everything, chatter everybody they go to. They don't carry money for we, they don't carry and come out. Now I want to say the bus is not going to run again for your land. Sometimes the mammy go come out say you want come and go for Kumba. Oh, come on, Mami that come for Manfe. Mami go reach for pack. They go take Mami ID card. Mami na 10,000 you go pay because now they need talk me Mami choose boss again. They go take Mami na ID. You will give ID. Mami for Mami that go give 10,000 francs. Say one come Manfe for on Monday. You can't see his sister we nowhere for hospital. Oh, wait, they don't even born hospital self. Sorry. Ma say his sister we lost a pikin. Mami go come up Mami that go for pack for morning. Say he hope say by 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock it don't be for Manfe. Maybe see sister Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday go back for Mami. Mami go remember for pack. They go tell Mami boss number flop. We don't get all 10 people. It remain 60 people. Mami go should not pack today evening. Mami go fall asleep. He woke up again say hungry go do it. He go back for us. He said my pikin now it's time boss to go. They go tell say Mami on Tuesday. Mami go come on Tuesday. No boss. Wednesday boss number flop. Then Thursday boss will come now for Manfe. He go come up carry Mami from Thursday. Come for Manfe. Before I come, Mami don't tire. Oh, Mami don't be for pack for 4 days. He never take shower. Mami don't be back for 4 days. He never chop correct chop. He don't be for 4 days for pack. Wait, people don't keep it for day. When Mami go for syndicate, for go talk for syndicate, say this so my picking give my money back. They go say, Mami Fuma Lokan, move. Janango, he go kick you, he go driver. Now I will say, no, these big bosses they go stop. Now with small boss. Mami if you take people in a clando, within 1 hour, it don't flop. It don't carry Mami for Mami it can't Manfe. Mami can't say sister. Tuesday go back. Or 12-seater boss. Now the thing that we say make it not happen. The big picture self, Mami them again for this BB boss. I the back driver, they say, when I go hell, when I go see these bosses them. When I go hell for Bonham too. So that when I go to Bonham, so that they know what work for a land. But the big picture for all these things, Mami, never suffer una. Never suffer la Republic. Now for use we are professionalism. Some of us who don't go school like them. We go use what we call economic warfare for fight this Republic people, the Mami them. We say no boss no come for a land and say, when the boss don't come up from Amazonia, Ma said one boss for Manfe, one day Kumba, one day for all the 13 counts. They don't come over for Yaoundé. Go for Douala, go for Bafoussam. When they go reach for that for day, freshman don't get patience. When they go reach for that Douala or Yaoundé, they will create what we call conflict of interest. That means they don't carry Amumezang, it don't close on Basel, they don't go for Douala. Douala man go say, no, carry your things. It's not the year that we're going to bring their boss and carry everybody. Carry and go you. Now they go start fight among themselves. It will give you some rest for the own part of the world. When they carry and go for Yaoundé, man go say, no, it's not go for Bafoussam. They go divide among themselves. It go create economic warfare. Most syndicate them na francophone they manage them. Now they may be chief people them. Now they hire on their own. Boss driver na francophone. Chief of syndicate na francophone. Motor boy na francophone. All them na them. But if we don't push that job back, you don't go back for them. May they carry that job. May they carry that balogo she don't for that side. We know we fight again. Another one I say, Mami, for safety. Those BB boss them, when they carry accident, they tumble for a land, they don't kill 70 people them for a land. When I see 2 months ago, Moto come up for Bafoussam, he come up for Bafoussam, Intersam Bazuna, he lost control. He jammed school from class 1 to class 6, he killed picking them more than 300 picking them. Nobody reporter. Because for La Republic TV, they need reporter. Nobody reporter, nobody even care for burn the driver, burn the motor. How Moto go fair breaks for Bafoussam, he can't put some button, I can't kill no one picking them. So for Bafoussam, they never see tree for jam tree. That BB boss, when they come for side, they tumble, they kill our people them. Mami, them we no get road. We manage with the small road where Germany they don't make up for a long time ago. Those big boys, they pass for a land, they break our road, they break our quota. You know the fight. Make they go. They carry army for that big boss them again. They wear color clothes. They come up for Manfe, they come up go for Bafoussam. They come Manfe, they come up for Furawa, they go kill people them. They wear their color clothes. You don't for inside that boss them. Come up for Bamenda. They drive, they go for Boya. Would they say, oh, now would wave them for road? We say them so yeah, we na civilian. Now army they would have gone. For under the carriage, they get the army back them for day. When they go for the army camp, they move their clothes in the weather. They use that bus undercover. Mami them we say that bus no come for a land now because we don't want that somebody come drive on our house. If they carry those buses, they carry about I say 2 buses them. They carry Ambazona La Republic people them bring up for a land. They can't put that for some small village. Therefore, they don't carry people. They put out there 2-3 years. The village don't turn a francophone. They call it Hausa quarter, or Yaoundé quarter, or this quarter, or Bamileki quarter. Mami, that boss never carry mass people for move that. You know fine. Mami them again. That boss them. They use them for CPDM campaign for candy food now with small salt. They will carry 70 people for Douala or for Bafoussam. They bring them for a land. They can't show them for television for the world. Oh, when I see Ambassador, they don't come for the party. Why man they look and say, when I say when I want independent, when I did for war, how when they make party again? Oh, I forget na French people they all the camp. When I say Omanfe, they carry those people for bosses, they bring Omanfe, who be Shomkia. Army they be for they when they come for those bosses them. For Manfe, they some father them, they dress like father, but they hold gun for skin. When a lot of big people army them, and Janam and police them, they dress like father, but they come from Manfe church. We know all. We know all. And they carry bosses, they carry woman of Bafusam, they carry woman of Bamenda, they pass through Chang, they bring them from Manfe. We be this year, but we will not be attack them for certain reason. But this time, any boss will see them, we no go stop and go shoot them. So mommy them, if you get a mommy for home front, with the back una, make we no go die. Fight as them. We'll never tell you stop any boss. We'll say you shoot any boss. You know go for stop the boss. You know go for ask who the inside. No boss will enter some Barcelona. Whether na any boss, whether na any organization or church or anything, shoot her. Shoot to kill. Nobody. We're not going to talk again. Over to you, sir.
Wow, Commissioner, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Because of our time, I go like for suggest Semu we stop for here and prepare for next week. The armored car where you be talk the price, we want to show one of the destructions, but our time don't be very fast spent. We'll be very sorry for news. We'll be supposed to don't come up for 7:30. Is it 7:30? Yeah, 7:30 or 7 o'clock. We don't really enter for the time too much where it don't pass. But want to thank all the Amazonian people where they don't give you this opportunity and give Commissioner for Homefront this opportunity for share with us. But one person they way want for just share something with us online. Let's listen to the boss as he says something in conclusion. Yes, sir. You want to talk to us? Okay, go ahead. All right.
About 1 minute.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Pastor Commando. I just call for appreciate you and Chairman Willie. Excellent, excellent. That's A plus performance. Now may you carry this to talk. The Under Secretary for Defense. I just want for appreciate when as I don't talk. And for talk say Chairman Willie, the way na actually too hard. Chairman are both commander and the chairman. So excellent performance today. You don't share very good information. But I want to tell we Amazonian people say, this fight between we and La Republic of Cameroon, now the epic fight for David and Goliath. That's the way you don't ever go church, you don't hear that story. La Republic na Goliath. For why it be so? It be so because they get everything. They get all their money, plus the one way they don't count even for we. They get their trained military. They get their DOs them. They get their governors them. They get their administrators them and so on and so forth where they work with them. We don't get with nothing. We beat David for that reason because we don't get with nothing. We fight now with stones. David be used now a sling for kill giant Goliath with them. We start for use with rubber gun. We transition to then guns them. Today we don't reach sophisticated level. Very very soon, very soon we'll get one thing the way they fly for air. So La Republic just say they never see anything yet. They never see fight yet. As they get weaker, we get stronger. Commander Willie don't already talk. Chairman Willie don't already talk how their economy don't fall. I don't want to repeat that one. That way, this war will start. We will see how their generals then, their senior commander then, they work and go from place to place, go visit their soldiers then. But today, what you will see, they don't abandon all their foot soldiers then. Now, when will be the last time when anybody see any La Republic military general they go for field and say they go visit soldiers then? No, they don't leave this fight. They don't surrender this fight.
All right.
Sorry. Phone call coming, can't cut me.
Oh, okay.
The senior commander them for La Republic, they don't surrender them this fight. See, long time ago. Now only the foot soldier, they don't fool them. Eh? Now where they talk so, now the public foot soldier, they hear me. Now when be the last time we senior commander come visit you? Now when be the last time we Minister of Defense come, he come visit you? Now when be the last time we general, he come visit you now? What is that one they tell you now? They tell you now say, this fight we don't finish. Now only when they hold this fight. So the sooner when I come telling when I guns them for Amber, the better for when we talk say Amber because I saw the name that way they know. Otherwise we official name na ARF.
Yeah.
ARF. So today we don't hear say their senior man, their chief intelligence person, Colonel Bankui. We don't see document way, official document way it don't come out for Ministry of Defense. Where the show say he go on retirement on the 1st of April for 2023. That means he get less than 8 months. Now how many of them don't come go? They come go, now only Amber they remain. You know, Commander Willie talk fine, we deal with for home, we need the hurry. Now we house this. We know all the four corners them for us. You know, people when they come, now they know how they go do, because small time they don't even get place for worker. Small time they don't even get place for worker. You know, so I will just want to come appreciate when for at least a little bit, so that more people they be on the know. And now you know, the Republic they don't get weaker. We get some talk for how they were all we know. Say the last kick of a dying horse. What did that one mean? That one means say when you don't finish killing animals, so it can't die. You know, you don't finish it. You know, you go lose its last power to do something with them. What did that one mean? That one means say more no cover eye. More be very, very vigilant. 24/7, Monday through Friday. With mommy there for quarter, with brother there for quarter, with sister there for quarter. If you see something, say something. You know, this fight now all week. All man for Amazonia, na fighter. All man for Amazonia, na fighter, even though all we know the whole gun. If you give me information will be useful, you'll be very useful for this fight. If you tell me which side they pass, you'll be useful for this fight. If you tell me which side they go sleep, you'll be useful for this fight. If you tell me which side they go chop, you'll be useful for this fight. So we sister them, especially we sister them, because all that back road where they take for Kenya, they can't see we know. Just tell we not go tell nobody, no man no go know. Just call with nobody. You know all man for quarter. We not tell you nothing where you don't know. So I beg, if we want to say we will reach for your cookie, I'm say all we get to join hand for inside this fight. And many of the ways in this way nothing help. So I might not take too much time because I come a little bit late when I don't finish.
Yes.
Thank you plenty.
Thank you.
A great job. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Kari. Yeah, it be like say technician they try for still play that tanker where they destroy them, where you say at $300,000 where it cost, and they don't destroy plenty of them. Technician, is the tanker ready? Will be available for here now for see. Okay, on that. That's for sure. Now the firepower need to go on. I see now Commissioner Willie to talk for here. All right. We don't see him. Okay, Commissioner, if you talk your last word, then we give chance for the other program where they come up.
Yes, we want to take time for thank all those where they don't put their life online, those where they don't lost their life, we no go left una behind. We want to thank una, but we want to draw one distinction between Ambazonia Restorational Forces with the Republic. One distinction. 99% of Ambazonia Restorational Forces, our generals are in the field. Our generals are in the field. but la Republic generals, they are in Yaoundé. So our generals are facing the bullet. They are standing up. So our people should stand up. And how can you stand up? By donating and putting money for your war draft. President Sako have launched a war draft. It's going on. Go to your LGA where you come from and act. That will take us far. My phone number for Willie, if you have any question, to inbox me so that we can make the home front to be hot. My phone number is +1 832 754 4240. +1 832 754 4240. I'm also the county coordinator for Manu County. I want to thank all Manu County Commando for their work well done. And now, all the forces for home front, all the bus reinforcement units, you people should get to work and take care of those buses. All the bus reinforcement units, you people, you know yourself, take care of business. To God be the glory. We thank you all. We thank President Samuel Sako. We thank our VP. I'm not going to call names. We have a lot of names for people to thank. But we thank God and thank all Ambazonians. Make una stay strong. Now una save and willing for the record. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Willie. We look forward to seeing you again on the defense briefing come next week. We promise we shall be on time. I want to tell the Ambazonian people, thank you very much for coming, and have a wonderful weekend as we call it quit for today. Bye-bye.